Guys, welcome back. Hey, so let's see. So we have our nav area in. We have that area done. So next we want to put in our sidebar, our content, and our footer. Again, as I say in every video, hopefully we can get it all done in this video. But if we don't, it'll just be a continuation. All right. So next thing that we want to do is we want to go ahead and set up our aside area. So let's type aside. For this one, we said background color. Well, actually, we don't need background color because it's going to follow the background color that we put in for the wrapper. So we're going to say width. I'm going to guess with this one. I think we did 21%. We'll see. In class. Height. I'm not going to give it a height, although I should just to test it out. Yeah, I'll give it a height. But we're going to delete this one. This is just so that we can see that something actually is happening in the background. Okay, so remember this one. If we look at the Photoshop document, let me open that, bring it over here. Remember we have these two areas, and so the job of the browser is to stack boxes one on top of another. But if we look at this one, it has a different style. The header stacks, the nav stacks right under it. But then we have this aside and we have this content, and they're side by side. They're not necessarily stacking, but then footer comes in and footer is right below it. So what we have happening here is we have to tell it to go outside of its normal workflow and do something different. And we're telling it to do that using CSS. So we have to use float. And what float is going to do is we're going to float this box over here to the left, float this box over here to the right. We're saying, hey, as soon as we float this one left, hey, you have permission to come and be beside me as long as you fit. So as long as you're the proper width, you can be right beside me. Okay, so we're going to float it. Well, what happens, we float this one left and we need to float this one right as well. The footer says, hey, I really don't know what's happening. I know that my job is to stack boxes. You guys are doing something weird. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right underneath the last normal element, and the last normal element is going to be nav. So it's going to go and it's going to hide. It's going to try. But what's going to happen is these are going to block it. They're like, hey, no, you're not going beyond me. And then footer's going to look weird. So that's what's going to happen in a second. I just want to explain that, and then I'll show you this as we do it. You guys have seen it in class, but I know how it is in class, so I just want to go ahead and make that a little more detailed. So what we have to say for a side is we have to say, hey, actually, nope, I'm not even going to do it. I'm going to wait so that you guys can see what happens as we do it. So we have a side here. And then next, we're going to go ahead and put in our main. Oops. Ooh, look at me. And main, we're going to give it a background color. And it's going to be that dark blue, which was our, I think it was 004080. Yeah, memory. And then we had our width. See if that's 21%. Oops. Hold on. If that's 21%, then our width for this one needs to be, let's try 79%. Let's try it. 79%. Now again, we may have to play with these numbers as well. And then I'm going to give it a height, but we're going to delete these heights because we want the content to fill that height. I'm going to give it a height temporarily of 100 pixels. Save that. And then I want to preview this. So I have to find our, where is she? Where is she? There she is. All right, so I'm going to refresh that. And now what's happening is aside is right here. It's doing its normal job and it's stacking boxes. and main is right here doing its normal job, and it's just stacking boxes. So it doesn't have permission to float right now because there's no float on that. So it's doing what it's supposed to do, and footer's just as happy as can be down here underneath while they're stacking boxes. But we want to give a float because we want them to be side by side, and we want main to be on the other side. So let's go ahead and set up our float for it. So on a side, let's go ahead and give a side a float of left. Let's save that. And then let's go ahead and give main a float of right. Let me go back over here. So that we said, oh, okay. All right, main is happy. A side is happy. Footer right now for the moment is okay. We'll see when it starts giving us issues. All right. So main is fine. The side is fine. But I want to add some padding. Now, we all know that padding is going to push this a little bit. But let's just, because it's just not right. It's too close to the edges. So let's give it padding. And let's say padding, let's say left maybe 2%. I'm sorry. Top, let's say 2%. I'm actually going to say top and bottom 2%. And then left and right, I say let's go ahead and give it 2% all the way around. And then main, we want to give it 2% as well. Now, like I said, it's going to break the box, but that's okay. We know how to fix it. Save that. So when I refresh it, we come over here, we see all type of broken happening. But here's what's interesting. So a side has a float, and it's 2%, right? And it's breaking the box. And then main has a float, and it's 2%, and it's breaking the box. And the reason they look kind of weird is because they're still trying to float. So what's happening is this box is trying to float up here, but it can't really get there because it's too big. And the side is like crazy. And then footer said, y'all are crazy. You guys are trying to float. I know that my job was to stack boxes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go underneath the last normal element, which was nav. Nav has no float on it. Header has no float on it. So footer said, I'm going to be where I'm supposed to be. I'm going to follow the rules, and I'm going to stack boxes. I'm going under nav. So now side and main are looking crazy. So we have to do a few things. One, we have to fix this width issue. So let's go ahead and fix that. So we gave padding 2%, right? But then in our width, we said, hey, the width was going to be 20%. So we need to take 2% for the left and 2% for the right from the width, which is going to give us 16%. Okay, and that's going to make a side happy. But then in main, the same issue we're having where we gave the padding 2% on the left and the right. So now we have to take 4% from the width to give us, to make it happy. So I'm going to say 75% for that one. So when I do that and I refresh it, now a side and main are happy. And they're like, oh, okay, all right. I see what you were trying to do because life was crazy for a moment. Thank you for fixing me. Thank you. You're wonderful. And we say, oh, yeah, we know. You're welcome. So now the next thing that we need to do for that one is let's go ahead and add some styles to our footer. Okay. So footer. All right. We know that our width is going to be 100%, right? For now, till we start putting some text in here. But for now, 100%. Our height for our footer, we said was 52 pixels. So let's do 52 pixels. And our background color, we said was that sky blue. So that's going to be, again, that 33 CCFF. Okay. And then what else do we want to do with this? We want to footer, let's go ahead and bring some text in here. Let's go to our source code and let's go to our footer. And for footer text, actually, let's go ahead. We can get rid of us. Well, no, let's keep it there. All right, for now. For our footer text, we're going to say the copyright symbol, which we have to put a code in. So that's and copy, semicolon. And then 2015 SeaLife Inc. We just pretend they're incorporated. Save that. And so now we have some footer information in here for us to go off of. So now let's go back to our global CSS. Let's save this and let's go back and see what happened in the browser. So now aside is where it needs to be. Main is where it needs to be. It's kind of looking weird though, but look, our wrapper ends right here. And here is footer. Kind of crazy on the outside of our site because it really doesn't know what to do. It doesn't know its place anymore. It's lonely. We have to give it purpose or it's going to live the rest of its life out here in Wonderland, lonely. So what's happening is we have a float on the side, a float on main. Footer doesn't know what to do, so it's just done. We have to clear both sides. We have to tell footer it's okay. Life is normal again. So what we need to do is we need to go here to our footer and we need to hit return and we need to put clear. And we're going to say we're going to clear the left and right side of you, footer. We're going to make life good for you again. And once we do that, footer is happy and it goes into its place. Life for footer is awesome again. All right. So for that text down in footer, let's go ahead and give it, let's go back to our source code and maybe give it, we could give it paragraph tags. We could. Yeah, let's give it a paragraph tag. And then we're going to target the specific tag. So we'll go back to our global CSS and we'll target that footer P. And for footer P, let's do a text align. Let's make it center. And then let's go ahead and grab that font family that we've been using, which is this one. Let's go ahead and grab we're going to change that, but I'm just going to grab the whole H1 because I just don't feel like typing all that over again. So let's paste that in. That's going to look kind of crazy. We're not keeping any of that. I'm going to go get the color in Photoshop to see what color. Oh, we didn't put a color in there. That's right. Okay. So let's make the color of this maybe white. So I'm going to do color and I'm going to choose FFF. The font size, so I may try 1M, if that. The padding on this, top, maybe 2%. Left, I'm not going to do any because I want it to be 0. If I put 2% in the top, then the height, well, no, I should be okay. Let's see, 1M. Font weight, I don't really want it to have any weight, so I'm going to do 100. Font style, I'm going to do normal. I'm going to check to see what that looks like so far. And so far, so good. The top padding, probably could go 1% with that. Let's see. Probably could go 1.5%. That went too high. I'm kind of okay with that, but I'm kind of not. I might take it up just a little bit more. All right, 1.6%. I'm okay with that. All right, so here, my dears, we have a template to go off of for our site to build it. Now, I told you I didn't want any heights inside of a side in main. So I'm going to go ahead and go back up. I only have them in there so that we can see what's happening. So I'll just comment them out just for the moment. I comment them out at first just in case I ever need them again. Then I can just go ahead. What would I say? Aside. Yep. Okay. So that being said, that being there, I'm going to go ahead and delete the words aside and main. Nope, I kind of want to keep them there for now. All right, so we have our layout set. Now there's a few things that we have to fix. Up here at the top, see how it's coming too far down? There's something pushing that down. Usually I like to fix it instantly, but I forgot, so I didn't. Let's see, so body, we have padding all around of 1%. That wouldn't bring that down that much. Wrapper, we also have padding on the inside of 1%, so that wouldn't bring that down. Header, we have a height of 150. That wouldn't bring that down. H1. That might bring that down. Let me see. Let's check something real quick. Oh. Save that. Go back to normal. Alright, and let's see what's actually bringing that down. H3 margin. That brings that up, so that wouldn't bring that down. The nav definitely wouldn't bring that down. So I gotta find what's bringing this down. So I have to troubleshoot this. So I'm gonna go troubleshoot that, find the problem, and when I come back, I'll let you know what the solution was. All right, so as far as this goes, we pretty much set up our template, and there's some cool template way that we can do this inside of Dreamweaver. So I'm gonna show you both ways to do the next part. I'm going to show you one way in one video, another way in another video. So when we come back, we'll be at video 5. We'll start getting to design, which is kind of cool. All right, so see you in a moment.